and you thought GPUs were expensive. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's episode, we're going to be diving into this box of garage sale GPUs. Yes, that's right, all of these GPUs were acquired at, believe it or not, a single garage sale. And you want to know the absolutely ridiculous price? $3. I mean, ridiculous in a good way. $3, that is 75 cents per GPU, because there's 4 GPUs in here. So the goal for this video is quite simple. We're going to be testing these 4 GPUs in a test bench and see if we can get them to output a display signal. I should say we're going to test these 3 right here because I've already tested the GTX 770, and yes, believe it or not, it works totally fine, which is super awesome. So let's see if we can keep that trend going for these other 3 cards here. Now I do want to talk a little bit about this card. I found out in my testing this is a 2GB EVGA GTX 770 SC. It's not the 4GB model. It would have been nice if it was, but I mean still 75 cents, even $3 for this thing is a steal, because this particular card goes for $80 to $100 on eBay right now used. So I'd say that 75 cents is a really good price. Now, I'm not going to be selling this. I do have a use for it in mind, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it works, which is super cool. So we're going to set it aside for now, and we're going to move on to these other 3 cards. Now, I should say, right as I set it aside, that this is the most powerful card in here, obviously. It's a 700 series card, a higher-end 700 series card that was released in 2013. But it is not the newest card that we have here. That title goes to this Gigabyte GT 730 that was released in mid-2014. And you can still buy this card new today for $89, which is pretty insane. Used, it'll go anywhere from $25 to $70. Though if you're going to pay $70, you might as well just buy this thing new, or save your money and put it towards a more powerful card. But yeah, we're going to test this out. We're going to go newest to oldest, so this is the newest card here. And the second newest out of these 3 on the table here is this EVGA GTX 285, a 200 series card from either late 2008 or early 2009. I got some conflicting info there. I mean, what else is new? But yeah, it's really interesting about this card in particular because on EVGA's website, they still have a page for this up. Like, you don't have to go through the Wayback Machine. Like, on their current website, they still have a page for this up. Like, the page that told you about how new it was, how great it was, how you could play the latest games, like Call of Duty World at War. So yeah, that really dates this thing here. So yeah, this here either has 1GB of memory or 2GB of memory. A 2GB model came later on, so we'll find out how much memory this has later on in the video once we test it out. And then we'll move on to our oldest and only non-NVIDIA card, this Radeon X300 LE from 2004. This card has 64 megabytes of memory, and you can buy it used on eBay for like $15. So yeah, we'll be trying this one out as well. And yeah, I'm really excited. I hope all of these work like the 770, but we'll see. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so here's our makeshift test bench. It's actually one of my old OEM computers from 2008. This is a Windows Vista machine. Yeah, so we're really going back. Let's go ahead and get the GT 730 in here. And there we go. It is installed. Now, I do have a 710 watt power supply, you can see here. And that is because the GTX 770 required more power. This is only like a 250 watt power supply in here, so that is not adequate for that GPU. So we're going to be, I mean, I've already got it hooked up with a motherboard and everything, so we're just going to be using it for the other 2 cards that certainly don't require that much power. Here's the moment of truth. We're going to flick on the power supply, and I'm going to reach over here and turn on the machine. So the fan on the card is spinning up, and there we go. We've got a signal. Now, oh yeah, I forgot to plug in a keyboard and mouse. Look at that. Ah yes, HP Advisor, definitely an essential piece of software here. Yeah, this is pretty much a clean install of Vista that I have on here. So it's got all, I mean, this is like, well, restored back to factory settings. So yeah, we got all this classic HP bloatware on here. So we'll go ahead and Oh yeah, isn't look at that, isn't that beautiful? So yeah, it you know, booted up, we got a signal, but we don't have the proper driver installed. Now I do have in new folder here, I've got all the drivers and CPU Z, so we can view the graphics card information and see, you know, how much memory it has, all that good stuff. So we'll just run it here and see what it currently says. I mean, the driver's not installed, so it's not going to recognize much. So yeah, right now if we go to graphics, it's going to recognize the GT730, but it's not going to say anything about clock speed or memory size and type because we don't have the driver installed. And there we go. So all that's left to do is restart the system. So let's do it. Hooray, it's an HD resolution. Isn't that awesome? So let's go to new folder here. And yeah, by the way, this is not going to be a comprehensive test or anything like that. We're not going to be playing any games and seeing how the cards perform in each of those games. This is literally just, do these cards work? Can we plug them into this test bench? Does it output a signal? And can we install a driver and launch CPU-Z and view the, you know, specific information about the card? So this has a core clock speed of 135 megahertz, memory 405 megahertz. We have 2 gigabytes of DDR3. Samsung is the vendor in this case with a 64-bit bus. Okay, that's really all there is to say about this one. We're going to go ahead and shut down the test bench, and we're going to swap over to the GTX 285. We'll plug both of our leads in there to the top of the card, and we'll plug the system back in, flick on the power switch, and here's the moment of truth. Let's press the power button. So yep, we got a fan. Do we have an output? Yes, we do. This is the card that I'm most interested in checking out and seeing if this is the 1 gig or the 2 gig model. We'll go through here. Oh yeah, I want to try to see if we can, whoops, well I don't want to do that. I want to go to properties here, and yeah, we don't want to start the sidebar when Windows starts because we don't need it running in the background. So we'll exit that, let it extract everything here. Alright, so we're back, we've got the graphics driver installed, and we're launching CPU-Z to figure out once and for all if this is the 1 gig or the 2 gig version. I'm gonna bet it's the 1 gigabyte version. It is the 2 gigabyte version, okay. 2 gigabyte GDDR3, 300 megahertz core clock speed, 600 megahertz shader, 100 megahertz on the memory, a 512-bit bus. That I did find when I was doing research on these cards. So dang, okay, so I was not expecting that. I thought for sure this was going to be the 1 gig version, so that's pretty awesome. So that's the GTX 285. Alright, so last but not least, we're going to install the Radeon card. It's in, and of course we don't have to use those connectors from the power supply, as this card does not require as much power, certainly. We're going to plug in the power supply, flick it on, and here's the moment of truth. So let's see if we get a signal, and we do. Perfect. Alright everybody, so we've got the proper driver installed for the Radeon card, and I mean, yeah, we're still up and running. I mean, this has gone way better than I expected. I thought for sure we were going to have some sort of issue with at least one of these cards, but all of them, including, of course, the GTX 770, work totally fine, and I'm really, really impressed. So, yeah, there you have it. Those are my garage sale GPUs. Definitely some really incredible finds. Now, of course, this was just a basic testing video to see if these cards even work at all. We didn't do any benchmarks. We didn't do any gaming tests and see how these cards handle various games. Really, the only two I'd be interested in doing gaming tests in would be the 770 and the 285, because, I mean, this card in here right now, again, is from 2004. It's not going to be able to run any modern games at all. I mean, so those are the only two cards I'd be really interested in doing proper benchmarks. And I mean, maybe we can do benchmarks on all of them, but gaming performance, yeah, it would be worth maybe doing a video on that. But I would want to get a different system because this system right here is running a Pentium E2220, which is a processor that came out in early 2008. And it's only got, I believe, 4 gigabytes of memory. This was just the only system that I had lying around at the moment that I could, you know, assemble this all together and just to do this quick little video here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it for what it was. I certainly had fun making it. This was really cool just to see if these cards work. And I mean, like I said, I guess MJD isn't going to make an appearance today because they're all working. So super awesome. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this one, if you want to see more like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and get subscribed down below. Turn on those notifications if you haven't already. All that good stuff. And as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.